Question from club and society is very common in our exam. In our previous lesson, we learned how to prepare subscription account here. Today in this lesson, our topic is income and expenditure account, which is a part of income statement of club and society. Okay, so here I will recommend you watch our previous tutorial subscription account, then you come back here to understand how to prepare income and expenditure account. We are following a question taken from 2023 O-level IGCSE accounting past paper. So before we start here writing, let us see our question. The favorite book club was formed several years ago. The subscription amount of $52 per annum has remained unchanged since the club started. All subscriptions are paid by check or credit transfer. The treasurer provided the following information. So we can see here many information, receipts and payment actually. So at the end of the question we have the club had 128 members in 2021 and 120 in 2022. The treasurer is aware that 4 current members will not pay their subscription for 2022. She has decided to write off this subscription. Okay, so this was our question, and from this question we have already prepared this subscription account. And then our another requirement for this question is income and expenditure account, which is here. Okay, so this is the format. Here we will write the detail, means all receipts and payments, and here the dollar columns. Okay, these two dollar columns side by side to facilitate our calculations only. Okay, so what things are there in this format, this account? So we know all revenue and expenses, right? So what revenues for club and society? It is only subscription from the members. Okay, and there's many expenses, depends on the club. Okay, here we'll see what expenses we have in the question. Okay, so first of all we need to write the revenue, which is subscription, here on the question. So we are doing this account for the year ended 31st December 2022. This is our financial year, okay, for this club. Well, first of all we will write the revenue, which is subscription. Okay, so let us write here subscriptions. Okay, so here on the question, on this account, the subscription account, we wrote here income and expenditure account $6,240. Okay, so income and expenditure account, what does it mean? It means that this amount will appear in the income and expenditure account. Okay, so this amount is related to this income and expenditure account 6,420. So how we calculated this amount? So here on the question clearly mentioned that the club has 120 members in 2022 and 128 in 2021. So we don't care about 2021 because we are doing this account for the year ended 31st December 2022. So in 22 we have 120 members. So here 120, and each member pays $52 per year on the question. So we will multiply by 52. So we get here $6,240 per year. Okay, so this is the revenue supposed to receive by the club every year. Okay, so this will appear as subscription first of all in this account. Okay, so let us write here the amount $6,240. Okay, so here on the question we have no more incomes. So now we will subtract all the expenses from this revenue. Okay, to check whether this club has got surplus for the year or deficit for the year. Okay, so let us write here less expenses. Okay, so here on the question we have many expenses. So here we see payments. Okay, rent paid $2,080. It is an expense. We will take it here. Insurance paid, it is also an expense, and general expenses paid $2,498. Okay, so these three expenses we have already here in the payment section. We will see the adjustments later. Okay, so first one is rent. Let us write here rent paid $2,080. We will write on the first column. Then here we have general expenses 2,498. So let us write here general expenses $2,498. Okay, we got another item which is insurance, right? So it is also expense. So let us write here insurance $732. Okay, now you might be thinking why we wrote insurance here. Well, we have some adjustment with this insurance. So here on the question, we have insurance paid in advance. So 1st January 2022, it is $348, and 31st December 2022, it is $366. So two amounts, both are paid in advance. When your advance expenses must be subtracted from the relevant amount, okay, relevant expense. So here we have insurance, it is $732. So here we have two advance amounts, both of them will not be subtracted. Okay, so advance which is in the beginning of the financial period will be added, and in the ending will be subtracted. Okay, so this insurance expense advance amount in the beginning of the period was 348. So we will add this amount 348, and 366 was in the ending of the period. So we will minus this amount. Okay, so now if we add these two amounts and if we minus 366, we get here $714. Okay, this is the final amount for insurance. So don't forget, advance in the beginning of the period will be added, and in the ending of the period will be subtracted. Okay, if it is advance. If it is accrued or outstanding or due, in this case, amount in the beginning of the period will be subtracted, and in the ending of the period will be added. Okay, so don't forget. Then we have in the question, the club had 120 members in 2021 and 120 in 2022. The treasurer is aware that 4 current members will not pay their subscription for 2022. She decided to write this subscription off. So it is an expense for this club. Okay, so 4 members will never pay this amount. So this amount is already taken in the subscription account. Okay, so look at here, we wrote here income and expenditure account written off. What is written off? Subscription written off $208 actually. So how it is $208? So each member pays $52. Okay, multiplied by 4 members cannot pay, unable to pay, so this club cannot recover this amount. This is the reason it will be written off. So now if we multiply, we get here $208. Okay, so this amount will be considered as an expense. Okay, so we will write here subscription written off. So here when we prepare an income statement for sole traders or other limited company, then what you write? We write here bad debts written off or irrecoverable debts, right? But when you prepare income and expenditure account for club and societies, we write subscription written off. Okay, it is not bad debt written off. Okay, don't forget. Okay, so here we got $208. We will write here 208. Okay, so these are expenses we had in this question. Now we will sum up these all 4 amounts and we will write on the outer column. So here we get the addition $5,500. Okay, the totals of this column. Okay, so now what to do? So we see here clearly the subscription, the revenue is more than the expense. What does it mean? Well, it is surplus for the year. Okay, if it is a limited company or sole traders, we say profit for the year. Yeah, so we will call it surplus for the year. Okay, so let us write. So here 6,240 minus $5,500. If we minus, we get here $740. Okay, so we will write here surplus for the year. Okay, great. So we completed. So this is how you need to prepare income and expenditure account if it is required in your question.